if you're looking for some new recipe ideas to use up that zucchini in your garden, you'll want to give this one a try. Today we're going to make zucchini fries. So these are going to be a healthier option than fried zucchini or French fries, because we're not going to use any oil for this recipe. But we're going to start by cutting up our zucchini. And these zucchini have already been washed and dried. And so I'm just going to start by cutting the ends off. And then we'll cut them kind of like French fries. Now, if you had a larger zucchini, because these are kind of small, if you had larger zucchini, you'd probably want to cut them in half. But these are really, I mean, they're not, they're a little bit longer probably than a traditional French fry. But if I was to cut those in half, they'd be kind of too small. But if you wanted to do this and not do them like French fries, you could also cut them like coins. You could do them that way also. Okay, and as we finish up the last pieces of our zucchini, then we can start mixing them with our other ingredients, which I already mentioned we're not using any oil, but you all will also like that there's not very many ingredients that are going to be needed for this recipe. Okay, so we're going to use 2 large eggs that I've already put them in this bowl, but we just need to whisk them together a little bit. Okay, and next we'll be using 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. And to the mixture or the bowl with the panko breadcrumbs, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and just 1 teaspoon of pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. So we'll just mix that together. And if you wanted to add some more spices, like maybe some garlic powder or paprika or cayenne pepper, you could do that at this step as well. I'm just going to use the salt and pepper though today. Okay, so now that we've got our topping ready, we'll take the zucchini and our little zucchini fries, and we're going to first dip them into the egg. Get a couple in there at a time, that way they can soak up a little bit of that egg mixture. And then from the egg, we'll dip them into the panko bread mixture. And then we're going to place these on our sheet that I've already pre-lined with parchment paper. Now, I do recommend using the parchment paper just so, since we're not using any oil, we don't want the zucchini to stick to the pan, and that'll really help with that. So we're just going to do these one at a time until I've got all of the zucchini fries in the mixture, rolled in the mixture, and on our parchment paper. Okay, and then we're putting our last zucchini onto our baking sheet. And you'll want to make sure that you're not overlapping the zucchini. You want to make sure that they're not drawing moisture to end up steaming. You want to make sure that they end up crispy and crunchy like French fries. But we're going to bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 22 minutes, and then we'll be turning them occasionally. So you'll want to either clean the set of tongs that you've got now or get another pair, because you don't want to transfer any egg that could possibly have bacteria onto your zucchini that's cooking in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and add these to the oven for 20 to 22 minutes. You could also cook these in the air fryer. You would just adjust the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, it looks like our zucchini fries are now ready. And we did add grated Parmesan cheese to our mixture, but if you wanted to add something like maybe some shredded Parmesan or other cheese on top, you could do that. And these make a great appetizer or a side dish. And you can serve them with marinara or ranch dressing or whatever your favorite dipping sauce might be. But there we go. That is the zucchini fries. I hope you enjoy it.
For this recipe and more like it, scan this QR code. We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.